I've done my season one and season two Stranger Things reviews. Here is my season three Stranger Things review. I mentioned before that each season of Stranger Things just gets more intense, and season three is absolutely the pinnacle of that. This season becomes straight up horror to probably the best extent of the show so far, and just really makes sure to make everything as uncomfortable as possible. We now have the mind flare in a physical sense, as it is actually a terrifying process for how it becomes bigger. But with that being said, it makes for an incredible story. Everything with the characters really just feels more adult-ish. It feels like we've really grown up with the characters, which we literally did. But in this sense, with the story, it does feel like we're kind of with that intensity going up, we're kind of growing up with them and they're starting to see a lot more intense things, a lot more horrific things. And I think that works really well with our characters as the growth of each individual character just gets better and better. We're introduced to Robin as well in the season, who is a great addition. I love everything with Steve and Robin, and I love their side plot with Dustin and Erica as well. I think she's a great addition. She's hilarious in the season, and they have a lot of really, really good moments as they try to kind of crack this whole Russian situation with them all. I do really like how this season breaks into so many different chapters with different characters. I think everybody's story is at the bare minimum interesting, and it all really connects in a great way that, again, makes the story work so well. I also love everything with Hopper and Joyce in this season. I like all the emotional moments with Hopper and Joyce, but also a lot of the funny moments. I like everything with Hopper talking to Mike about his grandma being sick and whatnot early in the season, but that's more just kind of pointing towards how great the dialogue is in this season. There's a lot of great conversations, meaningful, funny, just really, really well written dialogue that, once again, the Duffer Brothers just nail. I mean, they just hit it home with this season, and I think that there's really not a poor episode at all. We also get a lot more from Billy with this season as he is the main person being affected by the flare. He's very intense in this season. I think that Dacre Montgomery's acting is phenomenal, but it's more than just the acting. I mean, the action is great. The CGI and everything involved with it is also great, but it's the intensity, it's the tension that's built. All of it is just absolutely pedal to the metal. It's intense, which I know I keep mentioning it, but that's the best word for it. I mean, this season is just it's a lot, but in the best way possible. And then finally, we have the ending. It is an incredibly emotional ending. Really touches home. It really hits hard, and it couldn't have ended much better. I know a lot of people said that it should just end after season three, but it sets up a perfect ending, and it hits home every single time. If you couldn't tell, season three of Stranger Things is, in fact, my favorite season of all. I think it's just incredible. I love everything about it. I love the story. I love how dark it is. It brings everything from season one and two that I loved, and it just doubles it. It makes it so much more meaningful, more emotional. The action is better. I just adore every second of this season, really. And of course, you couldn't think I'd leave this episode without mentioning Steve Harrington.